relationship between the center relative to our base affects our balance, right? These are primary things. If I have limited capacity to widen my base and limited capacity to lower my center, am I limiting my balance? Yeah, if I'm too fat to kneel, too bad in the legs to squat, I'm going to have very bad balance, right? If I have one person in a push fight who has the ability to effortlessly come up and down, and the other one has wooden legs, the wooden leg person is probably going to lose very fast, right? If you have an injured knee and can't flex, it's going to affect your ability to go down. So what I would like to do now is I want to play with my base relative to my height. If I can squat down like this, and I'm comfortable in a farmer squat with the heels on the ground, I want to play with shifting my center more towards one side. If I'm with Jordy in a little slow motion sumo fight, and Jordy just applies, let's say Jordy's heels up, I'm heels down, right? So in being heels up, we know center and we know base of sustenance are affectations. Is the amount of surface area we have on the ground an affectation? Does it improve or decrease balance? Yeah. So Jordy has less surface area. Can surface play a role if there's less friction? If he was on ice and I was on cement, would that affect?
Of course.
Yeah. So if Jordy has good shoes and I'm in socks and I'm slipping everywhere, that's going to affect me, right? So there's differences. So surface and surface area play roles. Let's say Jordy puts a bit of pressure on me and I feel it coming. You don't need much. He doesn't want to sacrifice. I feel it coming. I want to play with, can I shift my center, in this case to my right, to be more mobile here? If I shift it towards that, now there's a density, right? And he's able to take that and that inclined plane easily push me off. If he pushes, yeah, and I lean away from it, then it's a bit easier. If I lift up, sometimes I lose friction, lose surface area, specifically enabled to turn, right, in order to rotate, to spin. And at some point I might need to rotate with the other foot. But I feel that difference. If Jordy's on his knees, he has less friction, so if I push, he's more easily able to rotate. It's faster and more adaptable. But if I was to start pulling and pushing, it's very easy to lose balance. If Jordy pulls my nape, for example, I have a little bit longer resistance more easily because my head can yield and I can slip and there's not too much puckering on the heels. If I was on the balls of the feet, it's much easier for him to pull me to my triangle point. So I want to feel the difference. If he was to push into me and I wanted to move away but I didn't have the mobility or the space and I had to go around the other side, I can also shift, a hard shift on that plane. It's almost like I'm making a figure eight with my hips. So fundamentally, that's all the movement I can do. Little basic figure eight. And if I need to facilitate it, I can lift up a heel, or I can be on balls of both feet. If I need to touch, I want to be aware that I touch only when I need to. I don't want to be dependent. So if he loses balance, right, whoop, I go here, I can touch. But I just want to play softly with steering the body. And let's see, I give one long slow push, and he does the play. From here, he pushes me, and I play. Whatever you wish. Yeah. Oof. See, dependency in the structure. If I lost that, he falls, I fall. Right? And at any point, we can use our ground engagement to soften the impact. We can come back up. And so I just want to stay. Do I want you to stay in excruciating, burning, low pain all the time? Yes, please. Yeah? And I would like to be at that height. Just want to see how I can affect balance. So his body has to adapt. You can't become adaptive without training yourself to adapt, right? You can't just do motion 1 versus response 2. It has to be organic free play. Otherwise, there can't be flow. Right. Well, just doing this work creates all those sudden contractions, all those little spasms, the fear responses in the body, the unfamiliar, and that's where we learn to adapt, those little twitches. It's when we have those sphincter pucker moments. And then if I went like this, look at the stability now, right, with that much surface area. Then I'm strong, then I can fight. So if you need rests, take small rests in the stance, but ideally challenge yourself as much as you can like a boxer. First 5 minutes of